It all started when my mom met my dad, and they fell in love, and they had me. Hi.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juliana, and in today's video, I want to show you guys, first of all, a really fun date that Jared and I did, but also talk to you guys about an amazing Christmas gift for your partner or for any couple in your life. This is what the book looks like, and honestly, it is so sick. But when you open the book up, this is what it looks like. So you have the name of the date, a place to put a picture that you take with the Polaroid camera they gave you. This is where you scratch off what your assignment is for the date, and then this is where you can write a little bit more about how it went. If you are thinking of buying the Adventure Challenge Couples Edition, they have so generously given you guys 20% off using the code XMISS20. You will find down in the description that code, but also the link to shop if you want to grab this set for yourself. So for Jared and I, for example, we're not an overly romantic date kind of couple. Like, we go out once or twice a year for a really nice dinner, like we go out on our anniversary or whatever. There's a video I did where I showed you guys getting ready to go for that. But generally we like to do things that are a little bit more fun. You know, we go to the beach, or we drive to the valley, or we do something that's kind of like a little bit more adventurous, one would say, which is why I think that this book is perfect for us. So if you guys are eventually going to work through this book, just a warning, this is a spoiler to what the very first challenge in the book is, but seriously, it was so much fun. So I'll give you guys a read of exactly what we had to do right now. Make a homemade pie together. Easier said than done. One of you must mix all the ingredients by yourself, blindfolded, while the other person gives the instructions by leading with their hands. The leader can only use 3 directive sentences the whole time, and the person with the least amount of cooking experience has to be the blindfolded mixer. So as you just heard, somebody has to be blindfolded, and that's kind of the fun of this challenge, is that somebody isn't going to be able to see what they're doing. Now, did we cheat a little bit? Maybe. But I feel like all of these challenges are kind of up to the couple to decide what they want to do. So we were trying to figure out what exactly we were going to bake, what kind of pie it was going to be, and I wanted to go with a Christmas theme. I'm telling you, I really did. But what even is a Christmas pie? So in the end, we settled on blueberry because, you know, the ingredients were available for that at the grocery store, but also because my grandmother had a sick blueberry pie recipe that I wanted to try out. But yeah, we ended up doing a blueberry pie, and we kind of treated it, you know, Christmassy. We played Christmas music. That's why you guys can't hear what's happening in the background, because I don't want this video to get copyrighted, so you'll hear other Christmas music, but we were listening to, you know, the real Christmas jams. So I'm just gonna kind of put in right here the whole experience of making the pie. It really truly turned out that Jared is a much better baker than I am, and I don't know how that's physically possible, seeing as I have baked many a thing and he's baked like nothing in his life. But when it came out to rolling out this pie crust, he was the one with the skills. So at the outset, we definitely meant to stick to the rules. So here's me putting the blindfold on Jared, but you guys will see what happens later on.
Wait, I have to measure it too? Is that a yes? You can say yes.
Maybe I'll just measure the things and you can mix them. I think that makes more sense.
I don't think I'm supposed to measure
You're supposed
them.
to do everything.
How am I supposed to measure them? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, I'll do the measure.
At this point, we changed our mind on how we were going to do this when we realized it was going to be impossible for Jared to measure the things himself.
Yes.
I thought it was blueberries.
At this point, everything was going really well, and it truly felt like smooth sailing.
You have like an apron or something I can borrow? Yeah, where's the bowl? Okay. Really?
Somehow I don't own a rolling pin, and this proved to be a real issue, as you can see here. But eventually, with little teamwork, we made it work. This is when I took over to roll for a little while, and this is kind of when things started to go downhill. To be completely honest, Jared was just much better at working with the dough than I was.
Especially making, oh my god.
Disaster has befallen. Once the blueberries are in, they'll never know, right?
Do you want it to be edible?
Well, why would it not be edible?
Look at it. It's not even a pie.
Photographable? Maybe not. Edible? I think so. Was I supposed to grease this first? It doesn't say in the instructions. My grandmother clearly thinks I'm culinary genius.
At this point, we really started to cheat a bit. It was clear this pie was not going to come out if Jared didn't step in. And he's clearly not blindfolded at this point, but I will say he made the dough perfect. But he did put the blindfold back on for this part, and we started following the rules again, and here we are romantically stirring together. Whether we followed every rule from the book or not, this was so much fun and definitely completely inspired by what we were told to do. And honestly, in the end, you can't tell me that looks bad.
One hour later.
So here's when things get kind of, let's say, funny. So it comes to the end, we've made the pie, clearly we've already had some issues, and it's time to take a picture with the Polaroid camera. And this is mostly my own fault, but I never checked to see if we had the pieces for the camera. When I opened it up the first day I got the camera, I looked and thought, I wonder if they sent me film, and I saw this and I thought, okay, that's obviously the film. I even opened it up, slid it out a little bit, thought, yeah, those look like Polaroid pictures, and then moved on. However, I was wrong. So the first thing I realized we didn't have was the batteries, and seeing as I thought this was the film, I was like, okay, we only need batteries. So we run out to Walmart, we go to grab the batteries, they're $50. I could not believe it. But we get the batteries, we leave, we come home, we're ready to take the picture, we go to slip the film in, we realize this is not the film. Back to Walmart we go. So we get the film for it. For 10 photos, it was about $15 Canadian, which is kind of pricey seeing as this is already a pricey set. Like these two pieces together is $245.99 Canadian, which kind of blew me away, to be honest. But that, with the other prices on top, it actually makes it a pretty pricey set. And if you are buying this for somebody, I definitely recommend getting them the batteries and the film, because otherwise you're kind of giving them something they have to do and it's gonna be expensive. Now that being said, a lot of the dates you also have to pay for, but honestly they're not that expensive. Just grabbing like the first two I see, one is $10 and one is $5, which, you know, that's not crazy. Probably less than you'd spend on your average date anyway. And once we had all the pieces to take the Polaroid photo, we did so, and this is what we ended up with. I'm not gonna pretend for 1 second that's the best picture that I've ever seen. We were trying to get Jared blindfolded, the pie in the back, and then me in the picture, and it's hard with this little camera and you can't really tell what you're taking a picture of. So we missed the pie, but we got Jared and I thought that was really cute. And then just because we took 2 more pictures, so this was like our second attempt at getting a picture of Jared and I in the pie, and we missed the pie again. And then this one is once we were eating the pie. Honestly, the pie wasn't that bad. My parents actually were very impressed by my pie. I think it could be better, but it could also be way worse. I also filled in the little blurb explaining like how it went and what we'd enjoyed about it. And I also added the date. There isn't a spot to put the date, but I thought it would be kind of cool to include that as well. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's so much fun to actually have prompts for the dates that you're gonna be going on, because sometimes it's hard to think of creative and different things to do, especially if you live in an area that doesn't have a lot of activities. So I'm really grateful that the Adventure Company has a book that works like this, and I think it's so cool. For me personally, I don't know if the camera is necessarily worth it, but the book definitely is. Again, they did give me a code for you guys to use, which is Xmas20. That's on the screen right now, but also down below in the description box with a link to shop if you're interested in getting this set for yourself or for a couple in your life this Christmas. I definitely recommend it. You are coming very close to your last opportunity to shop, with Christmas coming and shipping delays being definite possibilities. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.